Let's talk for just a moment about what I think is our second 4 minute mile. And it's not about who leadership is for, it is about what leadership actually represents. And I know this is kind of a silly question, but I want you to just to take a look at the visualization of your skater, and how many skates was your skater wearing? They were wearing two. They were wearing two skates.
Mhm.
Here's my perspective on this. Current leadership development practices are like handing a skater one skate.
Mhm.
And oh boy, we're nice about it. We say things like, so which is your power leg? Because we want to understand your style and we want you to be authentic about it. So if your style and your power leg is your right leg, here's the right skate. And what we don't do is we don't help that leader to and give them both skates.
Yep.
We only address it through, we typically address it through helping the leader. We work on all of this content about making them a stronger leader, but we don't necessarily help them to understand the business practices that are going to build and sustain their line, their department, their function, and or their business. We literally hand our leaders one skate and expect them to move forward with power, speed, and grace.
Yeah, absolutely. And going back to some stats we quoted in our last discussion, right?
Mm-hmm.
11%/10% of CEOs actually say that they're building great leadership development practices within the organizations. It's not for lack of investment. It's not lack of, not lack of putting the resources behind it. But
Mm-hmm.
I totally agree, and I think I love the analogy. Actually, I never quite thought of it. We've talked about this so much over the years, and and we've kind of discussed this so much. But somehow I think that analogy really sits with me. Is like it's as silly as giving a skater one skate and expecting the outstanding results, right? So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I totally get it.
Mm-hmm. Well, and let me give you a practical example of this, and I'm going to give you a sales leader example. Many organizations have some pretty good sales training, and the sales training is focused to a large extent on a consultative-based selling approach. This consultative-based selling approach, in many cases, is asking the sales leader to think about a competency called the consultative mindset, which is one of the skates, right? It is a way to help them to start to think about making themselves personally a strong leader. However, if you don't also help that sales leader to have a practical understanding of that business's competitive landscape, and how that competitive landscape makes its way into how they need to start thinking about segmentation within their territory or their district or whatever their kind of unit is where they're building a book of business, you're handing them one skate. We do it all the time, right? We do it all the time. And this whole second 4 minute mile of leadership development is about what leadership actually represents. And we have to change our mental model from, leadership is one dimensional. It's about the leader. Growth of the leader is different and or separated from growth of the business. And we have to move to this place called growth of the leader is correlated to that of the business. And they can and should be served at the time. The mindset's got to be shifted. We've got to move to that mental model, and we've got to move to that new mental model quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. And my observation has been also, Reg, that in this space of leadership development is about growing the leader and the business at the same time, and it can be done and it should be done, right? Is like it's like not only your sales leader analogy, correct? Is like I think in many cases we're not even giving that sales leader that right skate,
Right.
right?
Huh.
We're giving,
Yeah.
we're
A
giving,
dull
we're
skate. I
giving,
think we'd,
yeah,
we'd say we'll give them one skate, but we're not going to
yeah,
sharpen it, right?
exactly.
Good luck on the
You
good,
know,
good luck
yeah,
on the
yeah,
corners.
yeah. You're a size 11. We're going to fit you with an 8. You know, well,
Mm.
good luck with that, right?